The Transformers Generations Deluxe Class Minicon Assault Team. This set, or this figure, is part of Wave 4 overall of the Transformers IDW Generation series of figures. And they are made up of the Assault Team. Here's a package. They are made up of wind shear, the helicopter, runway, the jet, and heavy tread. The tank, not to be mistaken with the powerful combiner, heavy tread. Minicon figures combine. I guess that's the Minicon insignia. They form Centuritron. No idea who this character is or who he represents. I think it's... I'm not sure, somebody enlightened me on the only Minicon team I know that combined was the Star Saber Minicons, if I'm not mistaken. Other than that, I have really no idea who this guy is. He comes with a comic book with a very awesome, really nice cover. But he's not in it. Absolutely, I've been trying to look for him in it. He's not. This is the Dark Cyber. It's an episode or a chapter in the Dark Cybertron story arc. It's the Into the Abyss, Dark Cybertron Chapter 4, where they find Metroplex. So pretty cool. Great story, great cover, great artwork, but he's not in it. If somebody saw him in that comic book, please point him out. So anyway, here is his combined mode. He comes packaged this way. This is his Centuritron combined mode. And you know, I was thinking it's a great novel concept. This is one of those things you just buy out of curiosity and because it looks really good on paper, but then when you get it, you begin to start thinking that, man, this figure is just trash. And it's very difficult to justify buying him on regular retail price. Very difficult. I mean, if you're really into minicons and combining minicons, then yeah, okay, great. I was on the verge of buying this one. The Takara version on this one, like months ago, like, I don't know, 5 months ago, I was on the verge of getting the Takara version because I wasn't sure this was coming out on retail. However, after the hype on the Age of Extinction toys had died down, the generations started popping out and we got them on retail. So anyway, here he is. He looks okay. Again, as I said, the designs for this one look really good. Probably look good on paper, but then when you actually get him, execute him in toy form, he's just a very, very flimsy type of toy. It feels like it's a knockoff. But there are some parts that are solid enough. There are some parts that are very light. The combination... The combined mode, the combining parts are okay. There's only one annoying bit, and this is really the helicopter bit. It's very loose, as well as other joints that are loose on this figure. As you can see, you can easily pop it off. Instructions say to keep the propeller like that. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And to keep the legs like that, something like that. But I don't know, I like it this way. And to keep these legs, as I said, keep the arms of heavy tread behind the legs, but it's very difficult to pose it. So there, let's just take him apart anyway. He combines that way. These are the 3 separate parts. Their weapons do combine this way as well. It just feels so flimsy. That's why I'm a little bit annoyed. I wish it was a bit. I wish it could have been a little bit more solid in the combined mode. But anyway. So let's start with heavy tread. We'll do them in robot mode first, then we'll turn them into alt modes. Okay, so this is basically his. This is supposedly the leg mode. To turn him into his robot mode, his small minicon mode. He's like this. He's actually bigger than a minicon. A minicon right now comes about. I'm sorry I didn't bring any. I didn't even use this guy to compare it with. So let me see if we can still combine him, just to show you how small this thing is. He's pretty small. I mean, for a deluxe class figure. And the age of extinct, yeah, story of his life. Things just keep popping off. I haven't even gotten into Wind Shear yet, but I'm gonna get to that in a while. Okay, come on. Okay, let me see. Okay, oh, help. Okay, so he's, yeah, look how small he is. He's smaller than an Age of Extinction Deluxe. About the same size, but in terms of girth, in terms of thickness, it's just way too small. A Minicon. I'm sorry I didn't bring Scoop's Minicons, but the Minicons stand about shorter than this. So they're about the size of a Generations Legends class figure. Thereabouts. So here he is. Here is Heavy Tread. And he actually has the rifle with him. Like that. Why is there... Anyway. Okay. So he's got the long rifle, and this is essentially the barrel of the tank. So there he is. Articulation's got ball jointed shoulders because of transformation. Swivel hips. That's about it. Head can go up and down because of transformation. So to get him into his, he is. Okay, we'll get them first in robot mode. Everybody. So next is Runway, Project Runway. Haha. Anyway, untab these pieces right here, and they sort of form his inner torso, lower torso, as opposed to, I don't know how exactly. Very frustrating. Things are just fine. You know what? There you go. Okay. You want to pop? Okay. You have to get the legs, the thighs into that position right there. Then you know you've done a good job. You don't need to. Popping off the limbs are optional, although they will tend to pop off as you transform him. So there he is, and he has the double barrel ironhide weapons. And you plug in right there, or on either hand. That's fine. Just plug him here. Sorry. Fold these down. All right, there he is. And interestingly enough, we get another Fembot. Wind Shear transforms into, yeah, the heels should have given it away. The helicopter, and if you're wondering what, there's the piece. I was about to say it. This is the piece that just keeps popping off for some weird reason, and it is a pain just to put back on. Well, now it's not being a pain. So here's his hands. He's got the Gatling gun, the Project Blue Thunder weapon. So here they are. They look a little bit dark on the video. I'm sorry. Just their color scheme. They need more light. Okay. All right. Articulation for these two. They got ball jointed shoulders and hips. He's got a hinged knee because of the transformation. Damn. These things are like flimsy as heck. I feel like I'm going to break them. Ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed hips, and hinged knees. He's the only one who doesn't have hinged knees. They do stand up okay. They're very small. She's like, Wind Shear is like the one closest to the size of a Minicon. These two are about the size of the Generations Legends figures. So as you can see. Okay, transforming them into their alt mode. Let's start with Heavy Tread. Paint apps for them are okay. It's the yellow paint that you should be looking out for, especially for Runway. It's the cockpit. Just make sure that he's painted on okay. Everything else, yeah, look at that. Look how crappy that is. Some excess paint apps. Actually, they're not crappy. No, my bad. Yeah, they just seem a little bit miscolored, but they're not. That's for the wipers on the canopy. But it's like light yellow, dark yellow, like I don't know. Small things doesn't really matter too much. Let's start with heavy tread. Transform him. Go ahead and fold. Do you do this? Oh, I don't know. No, you don't. Maybe you do. What am I doing? Okay. Sorry. Remove the gun, the rifle, put it here. Yeah, okay. And then I don't know if you're supposed to fold it like this. Oh, maybe not. No. No. Just keep it like that. Sorry, my bad. Anyway, transform, fold the arms this way. Join the legs together and fold these panels up. Fold these down. That's the tank mode. Pretty neat, nothing fancy. Heavy tread. Don't know what kind of tank this is. It's got the minesweepers in front. Kind of reminds me of Brawl or the Power Core Combiner heavy tread. We'll go with runway. Get rid of this. This will form the thrusters on the rear, on his rear. Fold that. Fold these up like this. And these arms are just going to lock in the legs. Come on. What am I doing? Okay. And then in itself it's fine. The Jetfire thrusters are there, but just to add to the jet, those huge ironhide cannons form the thrusters on his back. Finally, the Fembot. The Fembot wind shear. I keep saying wind shear. Yep, that's correct. Rid of the Gatling gun. Detach. That's not part of this stuff. Damn. As I mentioned, this thing just keeps sliding. Okay. Gingerly fold it up. Okay. Fold these here. Fold up the legs, and then there's a peg hole right there. Tab it in right there. It'll form the obvious leg landing gear, and then in combined mode, the arms go stick there. In alt mode, they stick here. Okay, and then the gun supposedly goes underneath, and you open up the rotors, and there is windshield. And there they are. They're pretty small. Here is a deluxe class generation with skids, really small. So, I guess I am gonna give this set, because it's interesting, some brownie points here and there, but it's I don't think I got my money's worth. I'm glad, you know, in a way, that I didn't have to buy the Takara version, that the Hasbro version came out. I would, if you're planning on getting this set, I wouldn't recommend paying more than retail price. If you can wait for it to go on clearance, yeah, clearance prices are probably the best prices for this set, for this particular figure. I wouldn't pay hobby shop prices for it. It's just not worth it. You know, again, a lot of subscribers, collectors ask me, is getting something worth it? It is only worth it if you think it's worth it. So if you love mini-cons, if you like this whole idea of combining, I mean, nothing against mini-cons, I suppose you could get it. But if you're just a casual Generations collector and you're just really after the old G1 characters that you loved when you were a kid, then maybe this is a pass. But again, to each his own. I picked it up because the concept was interesting for me, but the final product to me just falls a little bit way too flat for me. it's going to get a 6 out of 10. I'm sorry. Maybe a 7 at best. So there you go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this video review. If you did, please click the thumbs up icon at the bottom. Follow me on Twitter for my toy purchases, Instagram for my toy sightings here in Manila. Check out all my video reviews on this channel, Cheftron. This has been the Transformers Generations Deluxe Class Mini-Con Assault Team Circuitron. Thanks for watching.